So, for example, the doghouse glitch. And no out of bounds. Simply put, you can't go out of bounds.
Yeah, out of bounds is actually something that takes about 15 minutes to explain. So just basically, you suppose don't go a place the game doesn't want you to go. That's
yeah. You won't be seeing out of bounds.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
There you go.
All right, and they're both off. So the game starts out actually pretty simply. I mean, they're just going to make their way down to the beach to get the sword. You're already seeing a minor movement optimization that they're pushing into the corners, kind of clipping Link a couple of pixels into objects. That's called wall clipping. It allows for minor optimizations, but also allows for some pretty heavy shenanigans later on, so keep your eyes peeled.
Shenanigans? This game doesn't have any shenanigans.
Yeah, you're right. We actually need a bigger word. Shenanigans doesn't even cover it anymore.
Exactly.
Alright, Sparky boys. Go.
First optimization, quick sword, and Bamboo got it. No, did not get a damage boost.
He doesn't go for it. He might still get it on the, he might get it here as soon as the box disappears.
Yeah, he does.
Basically, this overlaps the sword text box with the owl flying away, saving you a fraction of a second. Now comes the fun part.
Roopie-dooping!
Roopie-dooping!
So, if you hold out your shield, as you can see them doing, and man, Bamboo just said, the heck with it, I'm leaving there.
Bamboo is off to the right. Oh my god, those rupee drops! What?
Oh my gosh.
This man with luck. 133 shop time is shockingly good.
No, it's 139. Not bad at all.
Wow.
But anyway, if you hold out your shield, you can actually collect a rupee twice. Once with your hitbox, once with the shield's hitbox. And that's rupee duping. We need 10 rupees for what you're about to see. We need it for, you know, these bombs that we're totally going to buy and never pay for.
Buy, in large quotation marks. Yeah, this section is sort of kind of shopping, except the fact that you never actually buy anything. You steal 2 things, and then you cheat with the save and quit menu to not pay for the bombs. Although, fun fact, if you don't have 10 rupees, you can't do that. You still need to be able to afford them, even though you don't actually pay for them.
Now, the reason we do that, we actually need the 10 rupees right here for the trendy game to get the powder. This is quicker than going to the Lost Woods or Mysterious Woods, getting the mushroom, trading it. We don't have time for that. And it's also quicker than trying to dupe 10 more rupees?
Most definitely. I mean, both of them actually got really, really good luck with the dupes, but honestly, getting bad rupees at the beginning is a surprisingly common reset point in this run.
Unfortunately, it's early on enough that if you do feel like resetting, you can do it at minimal time loss.
Yes, indeed. Here we go, both of them going into the doghouse here to get a seashell. And this actually does something else, because unlike the last tournament, which was any % no squoob, this one doesn't have the sk at the start of it. Saving and quitting is allowed, and the way it works in this game, unlike, say, Link to the Past, where you have preset points, you respawn at the last transition you went through, and Bamboo showing off a trick a little bit early. Both of them doing it! Oh, man!
Nicely done. So that was a bomb trigger. By placing 2 bombs around the transition within 4 frames of each other, we just skipped part of that cutscene, which in this case was the owl flying in. Now, for that, it doesn't save too much time, only a couple seconds, but those seconds add up, and you see a more important use of it right there, which just skipped a very lengthy cutscene.
Oh, yeah. Now, they actually have the powder. Oh, Note having a little bit of trouble there.
Choosing to buffer it. So you can buffer it. It costs a little bit of extra time, but you don't want to go through all your bombs right now.
Yeah. But in that case, it actually allowed... doing that in that case triggered the cutscene where normally you'd sprinkle powder on Terra and he bounces around the room and turns back into a human. But rather, instead you can just kind of explode him with the bombs, and there you go. Oh, I thought sitting there, I thought Note was going to go for Pit Walk.
Oh, I thought Bamboo might at first. He started going down and then went, nope, just kidding.
But with that, they skip a whole lot of sidetrack, well, a whole lot of side questing, and just get the Dungeon 1 key and are already in the Tail Cave.
Keyhole's optional.
Yeah. Keyholes are essentially, kind of, it's like near field detect. You just kind of wave the key around somewhere near the keyhole and it opens.
Man, why couldn't I get that when I was casual?
I don't know, man. I guess we just weren't cool enough.
And to answer a question, yes, Node had to do the bomb trigger twice.
But thankfully, you may have noticed a little bit of breaking through that wall pretty quickly there, because one of the things they stole was the bow. And the bow is an incredibly useful item, because it both does way more damage than the game expects you to do it this early on, and also allows you to do bomb arrows, which, well, it's bomb strapped to the end of an arrow. What more do you want?
Sounds explosive.
It is very explosive, and it's also very fast. You don't have to wait for that bomb fuse, which makes it very useful in the speedrun.
Indeed, you'll be seeing more of that later, but for now, you now see the feather, which is one of the most broken items in the game. Because you can jump.
Yep. Bamboo showing off all sorts of nonsense with it. The feather is useful not just for movement, but also for this trick he's about to show off here.
A super jump.
He just jumped off a wall. What the heck is going on with that?
Kinda, you know, shenanigans, to use your word from earlier.
Very much shenanigans. Turns out if you wall clip like they were doing earlier for movement in a dungeon or in a couple of spots in the overworld, and then you jump into the wall and jump away from it while attacking, like in that case with the bow, the game kind of looks at you and says, yeah, you're jumping down from a higher platform, and lets you jump over obstacles and objects, which is incredibly useful in a whole bunch of spots. You're going to be seeing that one throughout the run.
So Bamboo choosing to get that fairy from the mini-boss because, you know, Troll yeah, that wasn't a problem. Surprisingly.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. If he hadn't grabbed the fairy, he would have taken a single hit from Moldorm. Moldorm does a full heart of damage if you touch him, so he's actually surprisingly dangerous this early on.
Yeah, probably one of the most dangerous bosses in the run, to be completely honest.
Straight up, we're not even joking.
Especially because it's so early in the run. It's easy to die, it's easy to get knocked off. And of course, you get knocked off, it resets the fight. But yep. That was Dungeon 1.
And very, very good time as well. Alright, both of them having a cello and having that feather. Don't worry, we're going to be seeing a lot more nonsense with the feather. It's an extremely broken item.
Oh, yeah. So, on our way up, I've got a little bit here to do before heading into Dungeon 2, most notably heading to the camera shop so we can start collecting our 12 photos.
Yes. That's one of the things they added in the DX version, which is because they really wanted to sell you on that Game Boy camera, Game Boy printer thing. So you have to go to the photography shop in order to activate the photographer who will follow you around and take pictures at certain spots. We actually technically already have one. Stealing from the shop gives you a photo, but we can't get any more until we visit him.
And the photos in this I really love. They're actually pretty good to look at.
They are. They had a lot of character to a game that already has a surprising amount of character.
So save and quit out of there, and now we're going to head on up and then collect our best friend Bow Wow.
He is very much our best friend.
Unfortunately, not so much in this run.
Well, we'd keep him longer, but unfortunately you get a photo for returning him, so you have to do it.
Indeed.
And Bamboo first to make it to the Sears Portrait Studio here.
Can we even say that? Does Sears still exist?
Somewhere, I think. Maybe.
Maybe Alaska?
Or in other countries, perhaps. I don't know.
Certainly not here.
Nope, certainly not. But enough talk about defunct chains. Let's talk about the fact that Bamboo is about to go into this Moblin's lair and rescue Bow Wow. Oh! Having a little bit of trouble there with his sword.
I was just getting ready to say, I wonder how clean this will be done, and then he went and did that. That's alright, he can still get a 2-cycle here.
Yes. Making good use of his spin attack here, and there we go. That's a good first cycle. Let's see how the second one goes. Actually, Noad had a pretty similarly bad luck in that previous room. Alright, Bamboo showing us that 2-cycle.
It's not as easy as they make it look sometimes.
Yeah, it's surprisingly easy to do something to make the King Moblin either bounce off your sword and lose the charge, or just not hit the wall. It's kind of weird.
I have a bad habit of doing that. So coming up on another trick. First of all, we're skipping that heart piece. We'll get it later. It's just more convenient. Wall clipping. You can just walk past that rock. Yep. Yeah, that's another extremely broken thing, wall clipping. And getting decent RNG with Bow Wow eating that flower.
Yeah, you're pretty much at the mercy of Bow Wow's stomach on that one, and Bamboo had pretty good luck. Let's see how Ooh, no, that's even
Nice.
better luck. Oh gosh, Bamboo having some trouble with that Stalfos, though, having to chase him down to get that key. Noka gains a little bit of time back here with that if he gets a better room. Yes, he does.
Oh, yeah. I expect this to be a close race throughout until the heavier RNG portions.
Or until some of the more challenging tricks. Dungeon 2 is actually pretty straightforward. There's a lot of really quick movement, but nothing that's, I would say, is supremely dangerous.
No, if you're at really low health, it's possible to die to the boss.
Yeah,
definitely haven't seen either of these runners do that.
Yeah, I'm honestly not expecting too much trouble in this dungeon. Bamboo gonna be the first to make it up to the mid-boss, which is mid-boss in name only.
Yeah, the bow makes you very overpowered. They don't expect you to have it this early, even though they gave you the ability to steal. That is completely intended.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where they really I think they expected you to steal something, get Emperor Palpatine once, and then never steal again, and then here we are doing it a second time. Oh, Bamboo actually showing off the older strat for dealing with the Ghost Room. I think Node's going to show off the newer strat. Exactly. Node strat's a little bit faster, but also costs you some arrows, and arrow management is actually pretty important, because we're not going to get any more until a fair bit later.
And these runners are mere seconds apart.
Yes. And things like this puzzle room right here could actually make the difference. Bamboo getting some good luck on that, I also get my enemies mixed up. That's a Stalfos.
Yes.
Yes, that Stalfos has a really bad habit of getting in your way. You have to kill those enemies in specific order, and if you kill that Stalfos by accident, you have to duck into those stairs and come back out, and that definitely wastes you some time.
It's a horrible feeling when that happens.
Oh god, Pole's voice, please stop being. Oh man, no, taking 2 hits in that room. That's unfortunate. Pole's voice do a heart of damage.
Bamboo deciding to take a fall.
That's okay though.
He's just waiting on Node.
No, meanwhile, showing off a trick there where it turns out you don't have to be carrying a pot. Just even carrying a bomb makes that platform go down. Now it's time for the genie. I mean, I actually hate this boss, but this is still one of my favorite quick kills in the entire game.
Yeah, we shortened this fight by quite a bit. Again, wall clipping. You actually are able to destroy that pot instantly. And then the bomb and the bomb arrow. And he's gone.
Yep. Very much showing off the strength of 2 things. The wall clip and the bomb arrow. It's like a little... It's like a little snapshot of some of the cool things you do in this run. There we are, both.
You didn't talk about a snapshot.
I can't help it, okay? It's gotten to the point where I subconsciously make terrible jokes now.
I see. I'm trying to not. Alright, so leaving Dungeon 2, we're going to hang a right. Now, we're actually going to go over here for the simple task of activating a warp. To activate a warp, you just have to have it on screen, and you're able to visit it via other warps later on. So we're going to do that now, even though we don't need it for a while, just to help out with movement later on. It's more convenient to get it now.
Yeah, although humorously enough, it is a big enough detour that despite the fact warping later is faster than walking, it only saves about a half a second overall.
Does it really? It's still a half second.
Yeah, half second is a half second.
That could be the difference in this race.
Mm-hmm. Alright, now they're going to grab the heart piece of shame. This is the only time where it is not shameful to grab it.
Yes, if they had grabbed it any of the prior times while passing it, it would have been very shameful.
Extremely. But hey, now it's time to visit with an old friend from Link to the Past, the Mad Batter. Now, the Mad Batter appears in 3 different spots throughout the island, and he gives you one of 3 possible size upgrades for your inventory. Powder, bombs, or arrows. The thing is, he always offers you powder first, so they have to make sure to say no. Yes. Oh, no, they do not.
But we want powder. We need it.
Eventually, we grab that one third.
Yeah, so powder, it's useless from here on out. So we just grabbed bombs because we were low on bombs and we're going to need them. The second upgrade we will be getting later on will be arrows because besides the fact we need an upgrade, we need arrows.
Yeah. This one is... Missing the bombs is actually annoying but not a run killer because there are multiple ways to get bombs, but the arrows later is the one you definitely do not want to screw up because this game does not have many places to get arrows. But speaking of upgrades, they're doing a little bit of side farming here in order to prepare to go to the Seashell Mansion, which will give them the level 2 sword later.
Now, we're going to be making 3 trips to the Seashell Mansion. 1 after we've collected 5 seashells, 1 after 10, and 1 after 20. At 5 and 10, by visiting them at those specific amounts, we actually get a free shell, and that's less than we have to farm up later on.
Yeah,
go ahead.
No, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, if you were to go in with, say, 6 seashells, you would just get an annoying beep, and you wouldn't actually get anything.
Yeah, you have to go in at 5 and 10. And we didn't actually used to. I think we used to only go in for, 10. But it turns out that it was actually faster just to visit it now since you're in the area and get 1 seashell from it than try to get one from somewhere else. Because there are 26 seashells, but the ones we get are the fastest ones to get. Yeah, and this run's undergone numerous changes in the past 2 months. You know, in preparation for the tournament, new things were found, faster routing, different dungeon order, lots of fun stuff. And also some really complicated stuff. There's been a lot of gnashing of teeth. And incidentally, shoutouts to Sagas, who came up with most of the recent route changes. He's done a lot for this game in this year. So that's another picture. That was with our good friend Richard that you never knew you had. He's no friend of mine. Yeah, we actually skip his entire side quest to go into his house and get these 5 golden leaves. Nah, we're not doing any of that. Nah, we're skipping that, because it's time for Villa Skip, another very important trick here. So, keep your ears open. You're looking for the sound cue of Link falling in the pit. Second buffer, nicely done. Looking for a sound cue, you say? Yeah. Okay. Listening for a sound cue. Is that better? Perfect, thank you. God, this crowd sometimes. Tough crowd. So, yeah, if you actually press down, coming out of the start menu, when you hear that sound, or when you see that sound, how about that? There you go. You'll just transition to the next screen, and you can skip a good chunk of time. Yeah, don't have to go to the castle, don't have to do the whole cutscene with Kiki building the bridge. You just skip so much stuff. Now you can just go straight to Dungeon 3. Oh, we do have one more thing we got to handle. There's a seashell that's off-screen from the dungeon. Unfortunately surrounded by water. Thankfully, we have a trick called Jesus jumping, where if you jump on the same frame you splash into the water, you can jump again. And if you do it on a screen transition, you can still transition. That's why Bamboo is pause buffering here. He's looking for the splash, then just pushes him over, save and quit buffer, and he's back out. It's interesting to note, there are a lot of frame-perfect tricks on the run, but all of them can be buffered with the pause menu. So even a beginner can do it no problem. One of the things I just absolutely love is that we have actually multiple menus. We have the map, we have the save and quit menu, we have the pause menu, and with all of those actually give you a different number of frames. So between the 3 of those, you can do a whole lot of buffering very precisely. And you'll see all of them getting used in the run. Yes. Possibly. Bamboo, what is that pinball nonsense? Don't play pinball with a bomb, you're gonna hurt yourself. He's a pinball wizard. I can't think of any lyrics to that song that apply, so I'm not even going to try. Alright, so you might remember from the prior tournament the Piece of Power. The Pizza Power, whatever you want to call it. In this run, because of all the saving and quitting we do, we actually don't get it at all except for this dungeon, which is why you're seeing Bamboo and Node killing extra enemies. Oh god, that acorn though. And there it is. Right on cue. Piece of Power is really useful because it both lets him move through the dungeon faster and also makes the final boss easier, but it also makes this trick you just did right there, called Dodongo Skip, a little bit safer. Because you have to get into position and bounce off that Dodongo really quickly. If you take too long, you won't bounce off enough, and you'll get stuck in those blocks. And you'll be soft-locked, you'll have to save and quit, and that is a huge time loss. Not to mention, at that point, you'll no longer be able to get Piece of Power. God, these runners are so close. Yeah, they're staying right on top of each other. The tiniest thing could totally turn this thing around. And there's plenty of time for that later on. Yep. Oh, here we go. That could be it right there. That could be it. And it is.
if Bamboo had just a slight enough issue clipping into the wall, there was probably a good chance if he had gotten the clank off, he might have been stuck inside the wall. So it's probably for the best that that happened.
Yeah, so that's definitely... It's better to have to reset the room than to have to save and quit and leave and come back, because you also lose piece of power in that case. Oh, Bamboo getting the extra text box. Ugh.
And that's enough to give Node about a 1.5 2-second lead.
Yeah, and there we see him using the map menu to skip the text box from Slime Eye. Piece of power makes him easier, because your text sword swings do the same damage as a spin slash, allowing him to finish off both phases hyper fast, just like that. God, they are so close to each other.
Wow.
Alright, and I hope you all enjoyed visiting the Seashell Mansion, but it's already time to visit it again. We have to do a little bit more housekeeping, grab a few more shells, and also start the trade sequence right in the middle of it. By which I mean at the 6th item.
Yeah, so the game doesn't expect you to get this far without doing the trade sequence, and it turns out it just lets you cut in the middle.
Yeah, because in order to actually do the whole thing at the castle, you have to have traded up to the bananas in order to get the bridge to get into the castle. So the game assumes you have the stick, which they don't. But it's so you just walk up to Terran, who wants the stick, and the game's like, yeah, you have to have the stick, and there you go.
I wonder how that got discovered. For that matter, how did this piece of heart get discovered?
Nintendo Power. Use the power.
I bet they made a lot of money off of that heart piece. As well as the one in the moat.
Oh god, don't even get me started on that moat piece.
Let's talk about the moat piece.
No, let's not talk about the moat piece.
So, about the moat piece. You have no indication it's there, and... Alright, go ahead.
Can we talk about Terran being chased by bees instead, or rather how we're not going to see it?
No, because it didn't happen.
We just assume it happened. Everyone use your imagination. Terran did something dumb and got chased by bees, because he deserves it.
He must be on my back porch. There's plenty back there.
Oh, God. Terran, get out of my life. Alright, but they're going back to the Seashell Mansion. Just going to grab one more seashell off to the right, and just like that, go inside and get the 11th shell. They're already over halfway to the level 2 sword.
So if you're thinking at this point, alright, next dungeon's coming up pretty shortly, you would be wrong. I hope you enjoy Overworld.
Oh man, love me some Overworld.
Yeah, we've got plenty to do before Dungeon 4. We've got numerous pictures, we've got a date to go on, we've got songs to get. Got a little bit of everything. And only about a second difference.
They're right on top of each other, it's pretty shocking.
This is what happens when you get two very good runners, very consistent runners. But, as previously mentioned, there is a lot of RNG later in the run, and so it doesn't matter how good the runners are, if the game wants them to fall behind, it's gonna happen.
Yep. And now it is time to talk to a bear and give him a honeycomb in exchange for a pineapple, you know, just like in real life. And that turns out talking to the bear, though, makes Marin appear on the beach, because we have to go talk to Marin and go on a hot date. This game really has it all.
It really does.
In fact, speaking of having it all, it's time to go inspire a generation of moviegoers everywhere and have a literal Inception moment.
Time for the Dream Shrine. You know, we're tired. We need a nice little nap. Let's just sleep in this random bed.
While we're in here, we're going to do what's called a naked super jump, basically super jumping without using a weapon. And for a prize, we get a dream sweet potato.
Yeah, we just skipped this entire place. Thanks to the free prize!
Now, since this is 100%, though, even though we're actually going to only use the ocarina twice, we actually still need to get all 3 songs.
And 2 of the songs we'll never even use properly, but we still have to have them for the definition of 100%.
Yes, indeed.
But enough about that. Let's do some nice, relaxing fishing.
Ah, how soothing.
Oh man, look at that bad luck. First fish is getting away. Maybe they'll have better luck with the second one.
Well, hopefully they'll try for a bigger fish. That was a pretty small fish.
It was.
Ooh, they got a big one. It has a piece of heart in it. Gosh, almost like they were specifically going for it or something.
I know, right? That must have been really lucky. I bet they didn't even know it was there.
Whew, what a wild ride this is. But now, unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, goodbye, friend.
Goodbye.
You will be missed. But now it's picture time. One of the better pictures, in my opinion.
Yes, most definitely. But unfortunately, Bow Wow is a little bit uncooperative, doesn't always like to stand still and pose for pictures, so just gotta deal with it.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to stand still.
He's very excitable.
He just wants to hug Link.
Alright, smile everybody!
As I said, great picture. And now we're just going to peek on in at this person and, you know, snap a photo without consent.
Yep, creeping on an old man, it's fine. We're almost done with housekeeping here. Just have to go fetch a secret seashell from a tree near Dungeon 1, because, you know, seashells in trees, again, just like in real life.
Yes, and all the way back, you know, where you were a long time ago.
Alright, now they got the seashell, now they can actually go down, meet Marin, who, again, you have to talk to a bear to even make her appear. Man, this game makes you do some really weird things. But this is something we have to do, because we need Marin for a handful of things, actually. Both to advance, not only just to advance the plot, but also because we have to get some photos and take care of other business. Node tries to run.
Come back, Node!
And Bamboo touching the nut. Way to go.
Alright, so for once, we're not going to talk about RNG seagulls.
That's what you think. So you notice how the seagulls are really different from both of their screens? Well, it turns out, if you have 100 screens playing, all of them may very well have different seagulls, because the seagulls don't have preset patterns, they don't have anything like that. Their locations and directions are completely random.
Did you know if you have 100 screens at this exact moment, it's possible to have all 100 doing the exact same thing?
Yeah, or completely
And if that
different.
happens, I highly recommend playing the lottery.
Or alternatively, you could have 100 screens and all of them combined could be the completed works of Shakespeare. That's how it works, right?
Yes. Ow, man, I got a pounding headache from that.
I mean, isn't this how dates are supposed to go?
I mean, I thought you were supposed to just lay out a jacket over a puddle, not your whole body.
I mean, Link goes that extra mile. He's just extra like that.
He really does. So that's one picture with Marin. Now let's go down here for the second picture with Marin.
Ah, relaxing seaside shot. Talk about your future, your plans, your hopes and dreams.
And Link's just giving the side eye like, come on, girl, we gotta get out of here. I got a world to save.
I wonder how that flower in her hair stays fresh so long.
Magic.
Oh my
Alright,
god.
let's go get another picture. Because we're not done.
Nope.
A picture of just the two of us.
Yep.
Just Link and Marin.
To commemorate
Nobody
this
else
delightful
there.
Oh no. Oh no. Don't do it. Oh.
Why?
This is why you get the bees, Terran.
That's alright, we're going elsewhere. We're leaving him behind. Maybe we'll get a better picture later.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think Link's run out of date locations, so now it's time to do the proper culmination of any date and wake the walrus.
That sounds like a heck of a date.
It sure does. Oh, it's actually not nearly as dirty as it sounds. We have to literally wake a walrus. And it turns out, this walrus only wakes up when Marin sings. Now, in other categories, we would actually bomb trigger the event. And in this category, we actually do the exact same thing. Because it's still faster than running up to the walrus.
No doing the side method. Both of them doing the side method, so you won't get to see the awesomeness.
Oh, they don't get to see Marin walking across the treetops, so they do get to see the amazing disappearing rabbit. But first, goodbye, walrus friend. So this is unfortunately the end of our time with Marin. Thankfully, there is no soft lock potential as there is in other categories because she is actually with us.
I never noticed the disappearing rabbit until just now.
Yep. We're not done with bombs yet. It's time for some bomb triggers right here, because we need the hookshot to get this heart piece. Not with bombs, we don't. Note, again, having a little bit of trouble with those transition bomb pieces. Bamboo just knocking it out real quickly.
And suddenly, like Bamboo back in the lead.
Back in the lead. Alright, now they're done with that. They get to go into the desert, because biomes are really close together on Koholint Island. And in here, he's going to get the Dungeon 4 key by menacing the crap out of an empty room.
Yes, definitely what happened here.
I mean, I don't know, what else do you think could possibly be happening?
Absolutely nothing.
And there it is. Fire 2 arrows into the floor, and the room's like, whoa, man, take it easy. Just take this and leave me alone.
And normally we would grab the key and just transition without the key falling down, but we need this heart piece, so we let the key fall.
Yeah, this is another one of those heart pieces where where there's nothing to indicate it's there, but it just is. Alright, now I just have to get one secret seashell down here in the corner of the map, and then save and quit back up to that cave, and they're going to be back on their merry way.
But still not heading to Dungeon 4.
Nope! We got things to do, places to go. We don't have time for main plot. Oh god, not you again.
Why, Owl? Why?
I'd almost forgotten you existed.
At least he hasn't asked us if we want him to repeat that.
Oh god, thank goodness. It's actually now time for one of my favorite, like, legit favorite scenes in the game, which is where you learn how to play the Ballad of the Windfish. An obstacle skip. Let's see if Node does. Node might be a little bit too low. Oh no, Node breaks the obstacle. That's going to cost him 3 days of speaking privileges in the Discord. Wait a second. Wait a second. Node didn't pop into that cave. Could it be? Could it be? Is Node going to go for early rooster skip?
I completely missed what just happened.
Oh gosh, he's doing it.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's doing it. Node's going for early rooster skip. And welcome back, Flame.
Yeah, welcome back to you. Discord had a little bit of a hiccup there.
Could not hear either of us?
Nope.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Butt swords!
Butt swords! Dual butt swords. The photographers can't handle it. Sleep well, sweet princes. But now we're gonna get something very different. Bamboo's going to reload and just go straight into Dungeon 4. Node, on the other hand, is going to go do Rooster Skip right now.
I'm curious as to how this is going to go. I haven't actually seen this.
You've never seen early rooster skip?
I've never seen early rooster skip.
It is a surprise. It's he's not in position. This is bad. He has to reset. That's the
I have no idea how this works.
He has to get into a very specific position. Otherwise, he has to make it around that corner and be against the wall. Otherwise, it doesn't work. So it's a lot less forgiving than normal rooster skip. Oh god, he did it again. He might be able to pull a swath. Nope.
You can do it, Node.
This is the danger.
Be the winner in our hearts.
He's already committed to it. Already got it. Now he has to do shovel. I forget what if it's shovel boots. You know, a thing where you're basically running in place, shoveling continuously. He's once again doing a similar to Villa Skip here, where he keeps pause buffering until he hears the falling sound. Then he starts running in place with the shovel. He's taken him quite a few buffers though.
Well, one thing's for sure, you don't want to fall here.
And it looks like he got it. There we go.
Wow.
There we go. It is a very cool trick. It is a few seconds faster than doing rooster skip later, but only if you get it quickly. So unfortunately, this is going to put Bamboo into an unquestionable lead.
But as previously mentioned, there's plenty of RNG left.
Oh yes. Meanwhile, Bamboo actually just pounded through pretty much the entirety of Dungeon 4 there. He's already on his way to Anglerfish, the boss.
I completely missed all Dungeon 4.
Yeah, that's how short Dungeon 4 is. And, well, actually, calling Anglerfish a boss is kind of rude to other bosses. Because that was Anglerfish right there. That was it.
I hope people are taking notes.
Alright, so we get to see No do some fun stuff. So, among other things, you don't fight the mini-boss, because you do a Jesus jump here in order to skip straight to the other side, then get the flipper from the other direction.
Yes, flipper.
Yeah, the game only gives you one, but Link is a strong boy who skipped leg day, but not legs day, so only has one really muscular leg. That's all he needs.
So with that, Bamboo is done Dungeon 4.
And on his
to arguably the best song.
Excuse you, I think you're wrong.
Best song?
No.
I stand by my statement.
I will give you most useful song. That's all I will give you. But to everyone in the audience, by all means, feel free to sing along.
Oh! I still stand by my statement.
You can stand by it all you want, but doesn't make it any more right.
Anyway,
Node.
Anglerfish for Node.
Poor Anglerfish. He trained so hard. I mean, look, he even managed to take out one person. See that skull on the bottom there?
It's a skull of Cravoon.
Oh my god. Talk about something that we can't seem to go through a run without talking about.
You know, I was going to ignore it, but then the opportunity just presented itself perfectly.
He's not even the only person who's done it either. We could also rag on Matt for that.
Doesn't matter.
But speaking of people we should be ragging on, here's the ghost. Unfortunately, we have no choice but to just deal with the ghost this time.
Again, because of a photo.
Yep. No, we're not actually gonna make fun of that.
Oh! Shoutouts to whoever switched the audio. They're my hero. I have a feeling I'll be paying for it later.
You most certainly will. So meanwhile, Bamboo deciding to help that fisherman out by dropping bombs into the bridge, which caused him to be so surprised that he fished up a bikini.
I mean, you've heard of a wishing well. It's the same exact concept except with bombs.
More or less, yeah. Also taking the opportunity to dig up a seashell. Ooh, Bamboo going for the save and quit buffer to try to... He gets it.
Nicely done.
that's actually a little bit tough, because there is no good cue for it. You just have to kind of do it by feel. Now he's setting up for one of the big difficult tricks of the run. Early magnifying lens. He's in the right position for it. He just has to time it correctly, and it looks good. All he has to do now is super jump across this gap, and he didn't quite make far enough, but he can boots out of this. Perfect. First try. That's what you want to see.
Done. He made that look easy.
The thing about that trick is, the key to it really is to do it fast. You have to go based on what the position of the Zora. The Zora can be in one of 3 spots, and we have strats for all 3 of them. Some are faster than others, but you still have to know what the strats are and time them correctly, so it's not easy. Bamboo, however, made it look easy.
And now we're back to the fisherman, and we need a photo. And now we're going to kill our new friend.
No, we're just gonna dig him out. He's he forgot to bring his aqua lung.
No. The other friend.
This is an awful nice boat you have here. It's my boat now.
And Link is so proud.
Alright, so Bamboo done with Martha's Bay for now. He is on his way to the southern part of the island in order to do a little bit more treasure hunting. Alright, Noad also pulling off that save and quit buffer there. Now he gets to... Oh, that's right, he approaches from the right, but now he's going to do his own early magnifying lens here. He's got the pixel, and he knows the setup for the bottom position. Oh! I've... actually not familiar. He's doing it at a setup that I'm not used to. Normally you bounce off the... Alright, he's in good shape here. He should be able to pull this one off. There we go. He just has to get that pixel, and he should be fine to get across. There we are.
Nicely done.
Second try. Very nice.
So meanwhile, Bamboo's just bringing this ghost around. We brought him where he wanted, and turns out he doesn't want to be here.
God, this ghost,
dang ghost, yeah.
There's nothing but complain about everything. God.
I know, it's horrible. So, making our way around the world. Making a little pit stop here. Just grabbing an overpowered weapon.
Yeah, it turns out magnifying lens lets you see this moblin in here, which who will trade you whatever's on your B button for the most powerful weapon in the game.
Not even joking.
Not even joking. The boomerang, it just does so many things. It does what things you normally associate with the boomerang, but it also kills enemies that can't be killed by other weapons. Kills the final boss in one hit. Explodes bushes. Yes, explodes bushes.
Don't believe us? Just you wait.
It also does something completely bizarre, and if you combine it with a rooster, it becomes an unstoppable killing machine.
I don't know that I've actually seen that one.
It's pretty magnificent, actually.
Oh, I believe it.
Oh, Bamboo taking a little bit of a tumble there, but he makes it. Now he's on his way to visit Mad Batter for the second time. And like we said before, this is the most important visit, because this is the one where you get the arrow upgrade.
Oh.
No, this is the one where you do not want to get powder. You can kind of fake it if you get the bombs. But if you get powder instead of arrows here, you're
say goodbye to your run.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see we're at 1 arrow. We need more.
Because I'm trying to think, if he did get powder instead of arrows here, he would have to go back to the shop in the village, probably. And which means he'd have to see the get murdered by the shopkeeper animation again, then buy arrows, and then he would have to farm more rupees.
Oh gosh. Actually, the rupee farming wouldn't be too terrible. But everything else would be horrendous.
I don't think he would be able to do it with I think he would still need to reset 1 extra time in the color dungeon. I don't remember the exact number of rupees that appear in that room, but it's pretty tight, actually.
I usually see a healthy amount left, so
it would be close. It would be close.
Anyway, back to Photoland. Now that we've gotten rid of him, first let's talk to this annoying owl.
Well, more like listen to this annoying owl. It doesn't even let you squeeze in a word. How inconsiderate.
Horrible. What a horrible friend.
He's no friend of mine.
So we're just gonna get a picture of just Link next to a tombstone. I mean, doesn't that make for a great picture?
Yeah. All right. Spice telling me up here. It's there's 140 in the room, so With 2 visits, it's 280, so it depends on how many arrows you buy, I suppose. And speaking of boomerang, one of the cool things is that there's been a lot of discovery with things you can do with the boomerang as of late. So Bamboo's going to show us the classic strat for this room, which is do a Pegasus jump to get this heart piece. But I think we're going to see Node show off one of the other cool things the boomerang can do.
Alright, we're not heading to Dungeon 5, not Dungeon 6, not 7, not 8, not 9. We're heading to Dungeon 0, the color dungeon.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you actually try to enter the dungeon on a non-color Game Boy, you can't actually go in here and do things. But even with a Game Boy Color, the game forces you to tell it, what color are these friggin' skeleton guys? Okay. Now, fun thing about the rupee room we were talking about, and just this dungeon in general, this is another one of the things that were added in the DX version. And this rupee room that Bamboo's going into looks like one of the classic rooms in the original Legend of Zelda, but the thing is, unlike a lot of other things in this game, the state of this room is not stored in cartridge memory. It's actually stored in system memory. So, if you hard reset, the state of that room isn't saved, and it actually comes back full again. So we're going to be doing that after picking up the Nightmare Key in order to farm up to 300 rupees very quickly.
Well, why do we need rupees?
Why we need rupees? Because we have to go buy the Frog's Song of Soul, and that costs you 300.
300 rupees, it better be worth it.
Oh, it is the best 300 rupees you will ever spend in the Zelda universe, my friend.
Oh, I bet.
First, it's time to take on this blob here. Meanwhile, Node's going to showing off the boomerang here. It passes through blocks, just like that heart piece. Bamboo showing off how Pocket Sand is the mortal natural enemy of blobs. And there we go, Nightmare Key, save and quit, and the hard reset.
In case you forget what console you're on the Game Boy.
Well, the Game Boy Color. And behold, all the rupees have returned.
Those three on the right must be or on the left must be so lonely. They get left behind twice.
Yeah. And this is a Stone Hinox, about as dangerous as normal Hinox, the mini boss you saw in Dungeon 2. And now Bamboo about to enter one of the worst rooms in the entire game, the Bingo Room. He has to get some of these colored enemies into the corresponding colored hole, and they are kind of annoying to get to go where you want them to go.
E2? E2? Anyone?
Oh gosh, Bamboo unfortunately taking some hits there. Now enacting beeping strats. Only thing standing between him and the end is the final boss, which has a... It's kind of neat, actually. It has a color-coded, depending on its... It regains health, and depending on its color, does different things. But turns out, none of that really matters. You just fire a crap ton of arrows into its face.
Hi, boss. So what tunic color are we going to see?
From Bamboo, I'm expecting red from Bamboo. Honestly, he's very much he's very much doing slightly more classic strats, not the most current strats. So I expect him to be firmly planted in the red tunic camp.
That's red.
Sorry, Spice, no Bamboo. More like I got nothing. I have no good puns with BambooShadow and red.
I can't believe I never thought of Bamboo.
That's pretty great, actually. Yeah, Bam Red just doesn't quite roll off the tongue.
Red Boo? No. Bamboo Redo? Just doesn't work.
Yeah.
We tried. Unfortunately, we tried.
But now it's time for... Oh, meanwhile, Node having a little bit of trouble getting getting those enemies into the holes in a timely fashion, while Bamboo's starting off on his signpost maze. Including this dumb jump, which he gets first try.
The signpost maze is probably one of the worst parts of the run, because if you mess it up at any point, you have to restart. And it's really easy to accidentally read the same sign twice.
Yeah, because you're mashing the button trying to advance the text, and if you're mashing A, well, guess what? Thankfully, the signs are always in the same order, so it's not like you have to figure it out as you go.
Alright, Node, what you got for us?
What's he gonna do? And it looks like... he's going for red. We got double red. And now Bamboo has made it, claiming his prize. Everybody, please stand for the national anthem.
It's a good time to go grab a drink of water.
That's the spirit. Stand up. Oh, it stirs my soul every time. And I'd also like to mention shoutouts to Node for taking the chance to go north the street after Dungeon Zero to show off the giant ghost. Because that's something we don't usually get to see.
I'm back. Did I miss anything important?
You actually did. Node actually went north one screen after Dungeon Zero to show off the one giant ghost.
I actually have to see this because I can't picture it.
It's the one. You've seen it. It's in the Discord as one of the emotes. It's the one that Sagas has as, I think, one of his channel emotes. Yeah. Meanwhile, Bamboo off to get the worst heart piece, the one that the route he is taking is literally the only route you can take. There is no faster way to get to this heart piece. It is so far out of the way. It's the worst.
So I just clipped it. I, honest to God, have never realized that ghost was there.
That's alright.
Oh man, my water ran out already.
Better stand back up. Oh my god, I'm feeling so soulful right now, you don't even know. Meanwhile, we also saw Bamboo get himself that 12th picture. That's actually one of the other things that you can't get until you get the magnifying lens. If you go into that house any other time, nothing happens. But with the lens, you can see that Zora. And the Zora is so shocked you can see it, that it demands a photo, and Link is not happy to oblige.
Here's what I want to know. How does the photo guy get there so quick?
The photo guy just has that sixth sense. He just knows when there is a moment that needs to be captured. And Bamboo gonna go and grab himself the final seashell. This is number 20 right here.
You don't want to forget it. You don't want to get back to the seashell mansion and get that very dreaded.
Oh, that feels real bad.
You've never done that, right?
Once.
Whoa. I've done it plenty as a kid. I didn't really know what the place was, so I just keep going there and go, why is it beeping at me?
I don't like this sound. And Bamboo showing off one of the strengths of the red tunic. The red tunic gives you properties similar to the piece of power. Your sword does more damage, it gives you that knockback effect. And for the sake of this Armos Knight fight, normally sword slashes don't hurt it. You have to use spin slashes, but because of the red tunic, normal slashes do spin slash damage, so it becomes kind of a joke boss. But the Armos Maze is definitely more dangerous with the red tunic, because these Armos scattered about and the Armos Knight itself do 2 hearts of damage. So it's very easy to find yourself in a beeping territory.
Can we get a high five? Will we get a high five? No. Almost.
Bamboo going too fast. Oh! Bomb Fairy says, you should have high-fived. Eat this.
So for anyone that's just tuning in, you might be wondering, why does it look like Node is so far behind? He did early rooster skip. So he has gotten that thing out of the way. Bamboo will still need to do that later on. So we actually can't see the exact time difference between the two until a couple dungeons from now.
Yeah, so even though it definitely looks like Bamboo is ahead, it's hard to say. Although Node did have a little bit of trouble with early rooster skips, so Bamboo still is probably in the lead, just not by as much as it seems.
Well, this dungeon is home to some of the RNG in the run. Although we all know Bamboo has a hacked cart.
Yeah, Bamboo has been showing off one of his reputations in the community as having really good luck in this game. But first, he has to get himself a slightly fancier bracelet here. The level 2 power bracelet. Oh, gosh. Taking a bit of a tumble. That's no good. Node, meanwhile, getting himself the face key again. No trouble. Red Tunic makes that fight easy. There's the bracelet. Unfortunately, we don't get to see the mini-boss of Dungeon 6 because the current route skips the mini-boss in lieu of skill heads.
I couldn't even tell you where the mini-boss is.
If you keep going north from the room that Bamboo's in right now, instead of going east from the next room, you will encounter the mini-boss, which is I don't even remember what it's called. All I know is that it bounces around and throws a giant ball at you, and it makes strange, weirdly adorable sounds. Alright, this room that Bamboo is in normally is pretty straightforward, but the extra knockback from the Red Tunic means that he has to time that swing in order to kill all the Wizrobes. No problem, though. Bamboo is no stranger to that room, showing it off, making it look easy again.
I'm doing a bit of parkour there. You don't have... It might look like a weird path through that room. You don't have to do that, but it makes it so you don't have to go up higher and clip back into the wall. It's just a minor time save.
Yeah, and it's a minor time save that looks cool, which are the best ones.
Always.
Alright, Bamboo doing a slightly dangerous super jump there. If you miss space, you space that one poorly, you'll get stuck in that wall. But no problem for Bamboo.
Yeah, fortunately there's really good visual cues for that, and you really can do it without a problem. Alright, let's count them, y'all.
Here we go.
Oh my god!
How does he do it? How does he do it?
Bamboo, please.
Well, that's what he gets. He takes him. Oh my gosh! Takes him second try flock clip to get past that block, but still, first try skill heads. This man. He's probably laughing to himself. He knows we're probably all fuming at it.
Oh, why would he be laughing? I mean, he knew he'd get it. It's the cartridge.
And this is Facade. There he is. Fun thing about Facade, you're technically not... The game implies you can't attack him until after he disappears and reappears, but turns out his hitbox is always active, so you can just drop 3 out of the 5 bombs needed to kill him before he even opens his mouth to talk.
It's pretty nice. This fight is definitely on the annoying side. When you're first learning the game, it's really easy to get hit a lot and die.
Yeah, because you can't really just mash the bomb button, otherwise you might not drop the third one in time, so you just kind of drop a bomb as soon as the previous one explodes, repeat, and you're fine.
Best instrument.
Bamboo showing off his fun bomb-throwing glitch there. Actually, I don't think that's a glitch, it's just kind of a weird thing with how the game handles. Alright, Node, making his way through Dungeon 6, though, making very good time. He's about to face off with his own skill head, so let's see how that works out for him.
Bamboo getting a bomb trigger there. Again, skipping the owl coming in, saves about 2 seconds.
He's been doing really well with those screen transition bomb triggers.
Alright, let's count them.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7...
8th try.
8th try. Ugh.
But you know what? There's more and worse RNG coming up later.
Yes, and right now there's something else coming on. Indoor lightning storm. they needed to think of a way to reward you for your seashells. What better way than crafting the very thunderous power of nature into a sword that shoots laser beams?
That was electrifying.
Oh, you don't even know the half of it.
Alright, Dungeon 6 out of the way. Next up, because, you know, of course, after 6 comes 5.
Yes, we're very good at counting in LADX speedrunning.
So, I mentioned worse RNG's coming up. You're going to see it very early in Dungeon 5, because it turns out we can skip most of it, which is really good, because this dungeon's a pain to do. Normally you have a lot of backtracking to do, especially in no scoop, you can't save and quit, so it's even more backtracking. We're going to try and skip all that here. With a trick called...
Dun 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 dun! Early hookshot.
I'll let you do the explaining on it.
Okay, so early hookshot's a bit of an odd thing. You're supposed to fight Master Stalfos 4 times. And on the 4th time in this room to the left of where Bamboo is, he drops the hookshot. But the thing is that he actually drops keys if you kill him in any other room. But in that particular room, the game knows to turn the key into a hookshot. So if you pick up the key on the screen transition like that, you'll pick it up in the next room, and the game goes, yeah, that's a hookshot.
Nicely done, and that trick is also
try.
frame rule dependent. You have a 50-50 chance of not even getting the hookshot, even if you do everything right.
Yes.
And like just there, you see the key bouncing on the floor, 50-50 chance of whether or not you'll pick it up immediately or it'll do a bounce. Same thing.
Yep. And I think it's been calculated out that on average it'll take 4 tries, so you always want to see it in the least number of tries. So getting it first try is excellent.
And that allows us to only have to fight this Master Stalfos the 1 time, as compared to all 4.
Noad, meanwhile, showing off his amazing laser sword. Be making his way to Dungeon 5 as well. Hopefully he has good luck with early hookshot, because getting to that point on good pace and just being unlucky is one of the worst feelings in this run.
Indeed, and there's nothing you can do about it. And this allows us to not have to do a dumb jump here. We do have the hookshot. We can hookshot across, get to the bridge, and walk over to the key. And by walk, I mean jump.
Yep. Save and quit. Just go back to the
High five!
Oh, look, they're in the save room. Same room, not save room. God.
When did we switch over to Metroid?
I can't believe you're calling me out like this. No. Saying the wrong word has gotten me into trouble many a time, let me tell you.
Yeah, it's going to get you fined here, you know? They're going to take it out of your paycheck.
Wait, we get paid for this?
Anyway, so, time for Node's early hookshot.
No, hang on.
Just don't worry about it. I'm sure you'll get your check in the mail.
And... oh!
Nice!
Very nice.
That's what we want to see.
Very much so.
Alright, so on to the dungeon boss for Bamboo, and this is when Red Tunic isn't actually the best.
No, definitely not.
So normally you can easily 2-cycle this boss, getting 4 to 5 hits in per cycle. With the Red Tunic, because of the extra invincibility frames, it's much more difficult to do it, though it is possible.
Oh, Bamboo getting 4 hits on the first one. He might be able to pull this off.
Not that close, unfortunately.
Now he has to worry about getting fake snakes, too. But he doesn't.
You know, you all always say that. To this day, I've yet to see a fake snake. Ever.
Okay, you know what?
Commentating, watching, playing, never.
I've lost a run to fake snakes. I got 4 fake snakes in a row and died to wall snakes.
I don't think they exist.
Trust me. They exist. They've ruined my afternoon before. And Bamboo getting the Wind Marimba. Incidentally, this is the game that taught me that a marimba exists. Alright, so Node preparing to head off to fight Wall Snake for himself. Bamboo about to use Mambo's Mambo for the second and final time. Because he's done with everything that's not in the mountains. He's on his way to Dungeon 7. But first, he has to do the thing that Node already did. He has to go do Rooster Skip. Okay, for a second there, I'm like, oh god, do we have that thing where it cuts out again?
Sorry, I was taking a drink.
That's all right. No, it's got a little bit nerves. A little bit nervous. It's fine.
As long as your co-commentator doesn't fall asleep on you in the middle of the run, I think we're good.
If my co-commentator fell asleep, then I'd have to worry that something's gone catastrophically wrong. Because I'm pretty sure no one can sleep in the same room where I'm at.
All right. So anyway, Bamboo's Rooster Skip will be much more different than Node's because we have the hook shot.
Oh baby, do we ever! Do you want to handle the intricacies of the hook shot, or would you like me to do that?
Alright, so when you actually jump on the pit, it doesn't make you fall into it right away, as you've seen with things like Villa Skip. So what we'll do is we'll actually fire the hook shot, and you have a specific frame as it's retracting, where if you pause, unpause, bring up your map menu, I believe it is, and then let go of that, you can actually jump off of that pit. And using that, we're able to skip having the rooster and make our way across the pit. Now, this has a, it's not as simple as that. There are frame rules involved and all that. You can fall in without even being given a chance. You can also buffer this. You can do it unbuffered.
Bamboo does it unbuffered. But he's opting
Bamboo does it buffered.
Yeah. And there's the pixel.
Don't give me a heart attack, Bamboo.
Bamboo's a pro. He's got this. Although, I'm also going to mention real quick, Node got the 2-cycle with the red tunic.
Nicely done.
That is extremely difficult, and he pulled it off, so many, many props to Node. That is not easy to do.
So Bamboo got it a little bit on the slow side, but it's still much faster to do that than falling and ending up down here and then go back up.
Yeah, and with that...
I'd like to bring up Bamboo. I checked his splits. He's currently, I know he's going to lose a bit of time on the split, 42 seconds ahead of PB.
Wow, really?
Really?
Dang.
So, I mean, I was holding my breath. You don't want to see somebody lose a run to Rooster Skip fall because of that.
Yeah. Rooster Skip is one of the last 2 major spots where runs tend to die.
And now you can accurately see the difference between the 2 runners. Because at this point, they are at the same point.
Yeah, both of them have completed Rooster Skip, so...
Yeah. I'll go ahead and grab the time when they enter D7, and we'll get an accurate difference.
Sounds good. Yeah, the path to Dungeon 7 is
a lead.
Yeah. Path to Dungeon 7 is a bit of a long one, but once you get there, it's well, put the key in the keyhole and go about your merry way.
Yeah, not the dungeon's merry way. Your merry way.
Oh yeah, let me tell you about this dungeon. This dungeon was an absolute pain casually, but we're going to wreck this dungeon so hard it's going to be literally 1 floor shorter than when we started.
Truth.
So yeah, the game wants you to go find this large metal ball and throw it at pillars in order to collapse the tower from 4 floors to 3. It turns out, though, that we have something else in our inventory that is also round, and that's bombs. By which I mean you can use bomb triggers to break the pillars. So we're going to see that ball in the next room, but we're just not actually going to... Uh-oh! Bamboo having a little bit of trouble with that bomb, though. He has to get on that block up there, just like that. That's the ball. We're not going to pick it up. Now, the thing about Dungeon 7 is you have to kill this Zol that Bamboo just killed now, and you have to break the pillars in a very specific order, otherwise the bomb triggers don't work. So you start with that one, then do this one, then the one in the room to the left, and finally the 4th one in the bottom left.
And you can do these bomb triggers either on the pit or on the transitions. So you saw Bamboo there go for one on a transition, realize he wasn't going to get it, and just go ahead and do the pit without wasting any time. So on this 4th one, you have to do on the transition, as there's no pits.
Yeah, and thankfully there are backups for any which strat you do. So you try for one, don't get it. You can either try it again, or you can just go for one of the other ways. This dungeon is surprisingly flexible in how you do it.
So there is almost a minute difference between these 2 runners at this point. Oof. And honestly, Node hasn't played poorly.
I mean, aside from having trouble with early Rooster Skip, which is a pretty rude trick, he's been playing very well. I think he's actually closed the gap somewhat from when he first messed up her ERS. But now it depends on what happens here, because Bamboo is going to go for a trick here called Goomba Surf. So the top Goomba in the next room has to move to the right, otherwise he cannot bounce off it to get up to that other upper platform. Oh, it moved to the left. So
Come on, Goomba.
So he has to reset the room until the Goomba cooperates, and this could take a while, depending... There we go. There's another strat you can do there called the P-Hat Super Jump, which is either good backup or the strat of choice for some folks, because it's 100% consistent. You don't have to wait for enemy positions. But Goomba Surf is unquestionably faster, only if the Goomba cooperates.
Indeed, and even with the, what was that, fourth try, third try, it was still a little bit faster than going and doing the P-Hat Super Jump, but I think anymore, and it would have been faster just do the old strat.
I'm not sure how many tries it takes for it to be even. I think it might actually even be less than 4. But here, Bamboo taking out Evil Eyebrows. I'm sorry, Evil Eagle. Oh, no! Getting first try Goomba Surf, though.
A lot just happened, and I missed it.
Bamboo showed off the quick kill on Evil Eagle there, no problems. Node pulled off first try Goomba Surf, gaining back a not insignificant number of seconds. And Node also about to pluck Evil Eyebrows here. Fun thing about that, when it flies at the top of the screen, you can actually hit it off the bottom using the hook shot, but for some reason this only works if you save and quit once, so this strat does not actually work in any percent, no save and quit. But just like that, it's dead.
So on our way to Dungeon 8, so what we have left to do, we have to get the powder upgrade, which we'll get on the way. We have a heart piece, which is in the middle of Dungeon 8, great spot for it. And that's it.
Yeah, pretty much. We're on the home stretch here, folks. One more dungeon, a couple more items, and then on the way to the egg.
Hopefully nothing has been missed, no heart pieces especially. It's a sad moment when you get that heart piece in Dungeon 8 and realize, I didn't get my heart refill. Oh no.
Yeah, that's never a fun feeling. Neither is abandoning poor Marin on the bridge.
Save the girl. Aww.
Reblog if you cry every time. Unfortunately, despite the fact that you can do it for the memes, rescuing Marin is like a, what, a minute 40-second cutscene. It's really long.
You would know.
Yeah, I did in fact rescue her during a race once where I was unquestionably going to lose.
And I appreciated it.
And let's celebrate with some falling cabbages. Wait, there's only one cabbage on that screen and it just stopped. What did Bamboo do?
Told you, it's a hacked heart.
Alright, unfortunately, Node not showing off with the most recent discovered trick, which is called Zoomerang. You can actually, I forget exactly how it works, but you can use it to basically, like, bounce into a thing with boots, then switch to Boomerang. It shoots you across the screen at a ridiculous speed. You can use that to cross those bridges as well, and it looks pretty spectacular. Meanwhile, Node also traversing the barrage of falling cabbages.
And now my least favorite part of the run.
Flame skip?
Yep.
Oh! I see what you did there. Well, it makes you feel any better. I did have a run the other day where I did use the level 2 sword in there.
The level 2 shield?
That's what... Yes, the level 2 shield.
I mean, I would expect you to use the level 2 sword in there.
I mean...
You weren't wrong.
Well, I didn't. I used the level 2 shield. Humorously enough, you normally do flame skip because you don't have the level 2 shield, but even in this category where we do, it's still faster just to do flame skip.
Alright, now let's make our way through the very long, very mazy Dungeon 8.
This is not a fun dungeon, casually. Thankfully, there's a lot of break-bombable walls, and we know where they all are, which turns this from the longest dungeon into a very short dungeon. Oh gosh, that trick, though. If you jump...
These are optional.
Yeah, jumping and hookshotting at the same time like that... the specifics kind of elude me. It makes the hookshot shoot out faster, which lets you kind of clip into the corner there and do a float clip from the air. It's kind of wacky.
Bye, Blano.
So long, Blano.
You'll be skipped another day.
Yeah, we used to skip Blano, but unfortunately with the change in out-of-bounds rules, it was no longer possible, so now Blano must die. Bamboo already making his way through the first chunk of the dungeon there, getting the magic rod. Now he's going to do a little bit of Jesus jumping on the lava here. He has to make sure to swing his sword after he transitions, though, otherwise he gets stuck in the lava, And the game does something kind of wacky in that place, actually. Damage actually compounds, but it doesn't show. It's kind of weird.
Alright, and as previously mentioned, one more heart piece to get. Will he get the refill? Yes, he will.
Yes, he does. That's the final heart piece. He got them all.
So at this point, it's just a matter of hopefully he got all the pictures.
Oh, he will be showing after the credits. He'll reload and show them off. That's the generally accepted spot to confirm. And this is Cue Ball, the mini-boss that we don't get to see in Dungeon 4. And he's already dead.
I'm sensing a theme. Everything dies quickly.
Now, watch Node's screen here. God, such a fun trick. The boomerang is so weird. You just jump from that door, throw the boomerang, and it just brings the heart piece to you. It's just ridiculous.
And he also got his heart refill, so again, assuming both runners got all 12 photos, they will have completed 100%.
Alright, Bamboo showing off his particular brand of movement in the Roomba room there. Node about to do it for himself.
I'm sure he'll do it exactly the same, right?
No, he's already doing it differently.
This is an interesting room. Everybody does it their own way.
Yeah.
And that's fine. It works.
At least you hope it works, otherwise you have to reset the room and it takes forever.
That's never happened to me.
Never. Alright, Bamboo showing off Hothead. This fight is actually pretty annoying, because Hothead's, the amount of health that Hothead takes in his first phase vary, and if you miss hitting Hothead and the magic rod hits the wall, there's a limited number of flames that can be on screen at once, so you have to kind of space out really specifically. It takes a lot of practice to get good at Hothead.
The most important trick.
Wang boys! Oh, let's see how Node's fight goes. Oh gosh. Node having some trouble there. See if we can at least get the 2-cycle. Ooh. Ooh.
Hothead not being a bro.
Not at all.
Oh my gosh.
Oh dang, Node is having a really unfortunate time with Hothead here.
Hothead, please.
Ugh, it's the worst.
I just checked, you know, within that last 14 minutes, Bamboo, his splits are at exactly 0.
Oh.
That's unfortunate. But more RNG coming up. I don't know how the RNG was in his PB.
Neither do I. We'll see how it goes. Also depends on whether he decides to go for a couple of the tricks in this final boss fight.
Now remember, win or go home. How much risk do you want to do?
First things first, Bamboo is going to play his instrument of choice, the bomb, and give us a soulful rendition of the Ballad of the Windfish. And there we go, Node playing the bombs for himself. And I want to throw something out. Someone mentioned that it's a 44-second difference right now. That actually doesn't matter as much as you'd think. The final boss has enough randomness in it that it not only can kill your runs, it can completely turn this race around if the luck is completely against Bamboo. So it's not over until it's over, quite literally.
Indeed. So I got one more trick coming up. We've got another bomb trigger. If you get it, you skip a lot of text. You unfortunately skip the music, yeah. But it's needed.
And he gets it. All right, now he's setting up for a trick called Blob Quick Kill. He has to stand in a very particular, I want to say, vertical pixel here. No, horizontal pixel. And I think he might have gotten it there. There's a bit of a frame randomness in it, and
got it.
He got it. Very nice. Now here comes the real killer, Aghanim. Aghanim's going to throw his balls at you, and they're going to be either yellow or blue. You got to reflect 4 of them back at him. The first 2 are free. He's not completely heartless. Then after that, you can throw infinite blue balls. There is no cap like A Link to the Past. So, there's his 2 free ones. Let's see how Bamboo's luck goes from here on out. Ooh. Oh, and he's on the same vertical pixel. He's on the same vertical pixel. This could just be 0 blue balls. Dang it. I mean, same horizontal pixel is what I meant. So he's adjusting a little bit. That's how it determines what pixels work, and he gets it. 1 blue ball, very nice.
Node getting the bomb trigger, but not the blob quick kill.
And Bamboo setting up for his Moldworm quick kill here. Very quick. Red Tunic makes that fight really short. Now, he's setting up for the Ganon fight. Now, I think Bamboo does the Deathloop quick kill here. Yeah, he is waiting. There it is. That's why he's not finishing him off immediately. He's trying to play the Ocarina on a very specific pixel to make one of those bats stay on screen when Ganon dies. And he's trying to line up that pixel. I think that should do it, I think. Yes. It worked. So that bat is going to stay on screen when Deathel, the final phase, spawns, and it'll disappear. And when it does, when it dies like that, you saw it. The game saw something die, and it says, oh, obviously that's Deathel that died, even though Deathel is still on the screen, and Bamboo has finished.
Congratulations, Bamboo. You are moving on.
That is a 52-second race PB form with a 1:20.28. That is a spectacular race time.
Coming in, according to his splits, 17 seconds behind PB. That's not bad.
Not bad at all. And now Node finishing off the I forgot what it's called all of a sudden, because we never actually see the stupid boss, Landmolus. Now he has to face off against Deathel, and if you don't have the Deathel quick kill, you use the boomerang, because like we said before, the boomerang can one-shot the final boss. And just like that, Deathel done for Node as well.
We weren't joking about the boomerang.
Nope. Now Bamboo giving us an extra wide boy. Look at him. Look at him.
Congratulations, Node, finishing with an SRL time of 1:21.26. Unfortunately, the end of his run in the tournament.
All right, let's see if either of them wants to come in here and have a few words with us. Oh yeah, and Bamboo is talking about it a little bit, but in his in the SRL channel, but he had spectacular luck as well. He played well. Both of them played really well, but Bamboo just having really good luck, and Node unfortunately having that trouble with the early Rooster skip. Both of them played really well.
Indeed. Very good race. Very fun to watch.
Okay. I sent them both invites. Let's see if they would like to join us. You know, it's pretty late over in Europe, so I'm not sure they're willing to have a chatterino with us.
Well, while we're waiting, let's take a look at the Speed Gaming schedule. Bamboo will be joining us shortly. So, currently going on, after this we have... What the heck is this? I haven't heard of it.
What is it?
Momodora?
Momodora? Oh, there's a Momodora tournament now?
Apparently, I've never even heard of this till just now, and that's Momodora. Following us in a half hour.
Momodora Reverie Under the Moonlight, a pixel-style Metroidvania. It's very challenging and a very cool run. And here's Bamboo to join us. Bamboo, GG. He needs a second. All right, so Bamboo needs to fix his mic, but yeah, I didn't realize there was a Momodora tournament. That's actually going to watch that. That's actually a really good game.
Yeah, well, this might be the first match. That follows us at 3 o'clock. Currently... Okay, we'll get back to that in a moment. GG, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, guys. That was, like, really, really sick RNG.
It really was. We were actually joking. You were probably laughing to yourself, knowing that we were probably just going off about the fact you got first try horse heads.
All the time, man. I was all the time throughout the run. I was laughing. What the hell, you know? Like, I mean, Villa skip, that is something you can somewhat influence. But then what I'm really proud of actually is that I nailed the early magnifying lens. I practiced that before, and it worked splendid.
Yeah, that was really clean.
and I got some goals in the run. And you know, like after D5, I was like actually 42 seconds ahead of my PB, so I was like on clear 119 pace there. But
yeah, how were you feeling at that point?
yeah, I was getting the shivers. So that's also a reason why I buffered Rooster Skip. I was just way too shaky.
Yeah, better to do that than the fall.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But yeah, like again, the first try horse heads. This cartridge, man, like really,
Can I borrow that? You know,
it's ridiculous.
It really is. So you're getting the move on. You feeling good about that?
Oh man, like I don't know. I'm really rooting for Spearister on Wednesday. I don't want to race Allus a third freaking time, man, in this 20. I really don't want to do that. That's like, you know.
Oh gosh, the second rematch.
Nah, it's like really screw that, man. Like, I don't want to. So please, Spearister, sharpen up and beat Allus on Wednesday, man. I can't take it anymore. I really can't take it anymore.
For reference, you are 0-2 this tournament against Allus, so I think
yeah, that's like, also that, of course, like, can it be any worse than that? But yeah, aside from that, huge shout outs to noadKajoo. He's like clearly the better player these days, and this was like really just my win was really basically based on the good odds today. So much love to Noad, my man.
Yeah, and he also was bold and went for early Rooster Skip. Unfortunately, he had to hard reset twice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was frankly really what killed him, because everything else, because every other time he was playing real sharp, and even when he was, I think we timed him at about a minute behind going into, was it D7, and he had by the time you were left D8, he had gained back almost 20 seconds. So he was playing well, but that ERS was just no good.
Yeah, it's like a crapshoot, but you know, I won't do it. I can't see myself doing that.
But think of the fans.
They get so many other SIG runners who like going for that high risk, low reward BS. I don't want to do that.
True.
I mean, Bamboo doesn't have to do those things. He just gets good luck every run. It's fine.
Yeah, that's right. Just like get first try horse heads, first try early hook shot, first try magnifying lens. You know. Yeah, I was actually able to like improve my sum of bests by, I don't know, like 15 or 20 seconds. So like there were some pretty good splits in there. And of course, like Entity won gold. I mean, that was like the sickest RNG there.
Oh my god. I was losing. It's like you save and quit on the first screen of rupee farming, then you got like 3 rupee drops immediately in that field. It's 2:30.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this? I didn't even think I'd get into the shop that fast.
Yeah, I knew I had, you know, when you're facing Noad, you gotta throw it all in, you know. So I knew, okay, you know, this is actually what I do. You know, once I get 6 or 7 rupees, I always do the save and quit. So that's like really not even that much of an offensive strat for me. But then, of course, like the rupees and the bushes working out, that was like just insane. I entered shop on 133. So that's like, yeah, I'm speechless, like with that RNG.
But yeah, that was shockingly good. But yeah, that was an amazing one. You said you managed to gold by quite a bit there, and it's just we were just happy we were able to witness it, man. Did a great job.
Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed this.
Yeah, that's all. I'm fresh out of questions. What you got, Flame?
Nothing in regards to this. Just ready on the schedule when you are.
All right, lay those sweet schedule details on me.
All right. So as mentioned, following this at 3 o'clock, I just looked. It is the first match of the Momodora Any Percent tournament. So be sure to check that out. Currently ongoing, Speed Gaming 4 has some Mega Man 2 randomizer tournament match. On Speed Gaming 5, Dark Souls 3 All Bosses Tournament. Over on Speed Gaming 3, Should just now be switching over to the Link to the Past Randomizer Overworld Glitches Tournament. And on Speed Gaming 1, one of the matches in the Link to the Past Randomizer Summer Qualifiers. And then later on today, there's some Mega Man X, Luigi's Mansion, Super Metroid, A Link to the Past Randomizer, a daily race open mode, some Undertale, Z1 Randomizer, more Momodora. There's a little bit of everything today.
Dang.
Yeah, and earlier today, there was even The Simpsons. I didn't know there was a tournament for that.
Neither did I.
The
Like
Simpsons Hit and Run.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hit and Run, okay. Okay.
So that is today. Be sure to check out the schedule. You can look at the rest of the week. Maybe there's something there that tickles your fancy. Or some more LADX. When's our next match? Wednesday?
Wednesday at 2 p.m. Alos versus Spirister, the race that Bamboo was alluding to. And we all know who Bamboo wants to win for that one.
Indeed. Go Spirister, go Spirister, go Spirister, Spirister.
But that's going to be another really, really good race. They're both very strong runners.
That's going to be me on Wednesday, 2 p.m. in front of the TV. And, you know, like just, you know.
Here's, I got it.
The Football World Cup.
Send Spirister your cartridge.
That's got to be the express parcel from Germany to Canada. Let's see if that can, like, can make that happen.
It's like how much are you willing to pay for pay to improve his odds? That's what you got to ask yourself.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, I think that is it for us.
I think it is.
Any final words?
I mean, thanks for watching, everybody. It was a lot of fun. We enjoyed it. We hope you did too.
Indeed, I had a blast.
Have a good afternoon or good night.
We'll see you guys next time.
Later, folks.